The little dog had once been the heart of the family. Full of energy and love, it had run through the house, bringing joy to every corner. Its owner, a kind-hearted woman, adored the dog as one of her own, and the entire family surrounded it with care and affection. But 3 months ago, that warm, happy life was shattered. The dog had strayed from home one morning and never returned. The family's frantic search began immediately. They posted flyers everywhere, sent out social media posts, and scoured every corner of the neighborhood. They asked neighbors, visited shelters, and walked the streets at all hours, but the search ended in silence each time. As the weeks passed, hope began to fade. Every time the family talked about the dog, their voices broke with tears. They couldn't help but fear the worst, though they weren't ready to admit it. But life, as always, had a way of surprising them when they least expected it. One weekend, the family decided to take a trip far from home, a brief respite from the sorrow. As they drove down a remote country road, something on the side of the road caught their eye. There, sitting huddled on an old sack, was a small dog. Dirty, thin, and with a sad, empty gaze, the sight made their hearts stop. Then it happened. One of them gasped, her voice shaking with disbelief. "Is that him? It's him, our dog." The car screeched to a halt. The family rushed out, their hearts racing with a mix of excitement and fear. But the dog, hearing the commotion, lowered its head and started to move away. It seemed to be running, but then suddenly it froze. Its eyes locked onto the familiar faces, and for a moment it stood motionless, as though unsure whether this was real. Then, in an instant, everything changed. The dog cautiously walked toward them, its tail wagging but its body curled in fear, as if it expected to be scolded. The woman, the dog's owner, rushed forward, kneeling to the ground. "It's really you, my baby," she whispered, her voice trembling. She quickly reached for some food she had brought along, offering it to the dog. The little creature began to eat ravenously, its hunger apparent. It hadn't eaten in days, perhaps longer. Tears streamed down the woman's face as she gently petted the dog, cradling it in her arms. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.